What is up, guys? Boy Mike back here from Mike's Money Move, guys, and today it is something very, very different. Not doing couches, not doing thrifting today. Couple little side jobs at the moment, so it has been a little while as an update, guys. As you guys can see, it is raining at the minute, so we've got a couple small jobs at the moment. So I'm just picking something up for somebody and delivering it for them at the moment. So we're looking about 40 minutes from my place and then another 40 minutes back to their place, and hopefully making some money. So I'm picking up a massive glass table. I'm gonna see how we go. This is the first time I'm picking up a glass table. Hopefully it should be okay. I'll make sure to give you guys an update on me putting it in. So I've advised them both on both sides. I need help if you guys want me to pick this one up. So they said yes, no dramas, we'll have help on both sides. So we'll see how we go. And hopefully we can deliver this in one piece. But driving this van in the rain is a little bit sketchy because it is obviously a rear-wheel drive car. But we'll see how we go. I'll let you guys know soon. So guys, you guys would have seen that video of me obviously picking up everything that was in that place, which was great. So guys, if you guys haven't seen that, obviously I went to get some things for someone from someone's house, deliver it to somebody else's house, and basically make the money in between. So during this process, you guys would have seen me upload and unload so many different things inside the van, which was absolutely crazy because I was honestly skeptical on how I was going to do all of this. So if you guys saw the video, I was picking up a massive glass table, 2 TVs, and what actually ended up happening, he actually asked me, the gentleman who pretty much lived there was, you know, pretty nice, and he was like, do you want to take these chairs away as well? So, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, why would I want to take chairs for? So I was like, you know what, show me the chairs, let me have a look at it. So firstly, he gave me one office chair, which you guys would have seen. Then he gave me this obscure looking chair that I have never seen in my life, which was mental. So if you guys have a look at it, guys, this is what the chair actually looks like. So I did a bit of research and I was like, man, this thing looks so weird. If you guys saw this on the street, or if you saw this in someone's house, the first thing you would think of, this is like some weird fetish sort of sex toy looking thing. So I did some research into it. I had a look at it as well, guys. If you guys can see in this photo right here, you will see that it's got a name that says Simon Friedman. So I did a bit of research, I had a look into it, and I actually found out that this was actually an ergonomic chair that was actually made specifically for people who are sitting down in an office or on a chair all day, and basically helping out, you know, pretty much the posture of how you pretty much sit. So look, I'm not gonna explain too much into it. I'm gonna show you guys this next video to show you exactly all about this person and what they've sort of done. And then I'll go into a little bit of the complicated part. So I'll show you guys now.
Hi Kickstarter, I'm Simon Friedman, I'm an osteopath and an inventor. This is the Friedman chair. I don't think we're meant to sit, and this is the only chair in the world that replicates your standing posture. We've only really been sitting for 150 years, and what's happened is we're sitting all day long, young people, old people. Chairs are creating a huge problem around the world. In fact, there's recent evidence that sitting for prolonged periods will shorten your life. As an osteopath, I saw more and more patients coming in to see me every day with back problems, and they wanted me to recommend a chair. My problem was I couldn't find one that I liked or that I felt I could recommend to them. So I had to invent one. The difference between this and other chairs is in a normal chair, they have a maximum forward tilt in the seat pan of about 7 to 9 degrees. That's just not enough. What it does is it raises your thighs upwards, rotates your pelvis back. Your back is in this position in most chairs. Okay for 5 minutes, and then you do that, which is familiar pretty much in most offices around the world. The Friedman chair helps you replicate your standing posture. So keeping the thighs at an angle of about 27 degrees, we call it the golden angle. That allows your pelvis to be in the right position. You maintain the lordosis and kyphosis. But what other people haven't realized is that we also have side-to-side curves. In fact, around the world, 90% of the population has a leg length difference, and that's between 5 mil and 35 mil, half an inch to 1.5 inches. So when we look at you from behind, your pelvis isn't like this, it's down one way or up another. So your body responds to that by having a side-to-side curve, that's normal. But sit on a horizontal surface and that curve just can't straighten itself out. Normal chairs will collapse both the forward to backwards and the side-to-side curves in your body, making your body fight against the chair to support you. It's not going to work. There's been a lot of stuff in the press lately about how chairs are killing people. And what they mean by that is In a normal sitting position, which is often slumped, you turn off an enzyme in your body called lipoprotein lipase. Now what that does is it turns bad cholesterol into good cholesterol. When you're sitting in a slumped position, after an hour you have 20% more bad cholesterol. 2 hours it's almost 40%. What happens is that leads to what we call metabolic disorder. So that's heart disease, diabetes and obesity. What we're hoping the Friedman chair will do was keep you in a normal position and will stop that happening. Your physiology will be normal. It'll be the same as you're standing. Most chairs you get into and you have to fit into them. This one will fit to you. Firstly, these pads move side to side, which allows for your scoliosis. Secondly, they support your ischial tuberosities, your sitting bones, and that stops you sliding forwards. The other thing that the chair does is these balls here at the back, as you rest back against it, they push into the muscles either side of your spine, and that helps them relax. And it's a technique we use in osteopathy called inhibition. The chair has very few adjustments on it. It only goes up and down. It doesn't do anything else. The evidence is that people just don't adjust their chairs. So we've made it so simple. You just need to move it up and down to replicate your lumbar curve, and that's it. We're pretty proudly British, and this is based on a design by Thomas Chippendale, famous British furniture maker. So this is the cabriole leg, and this is the British ball and claw. So the whole chair is made out of aluminium. It weighs 7 kilos. So it has a third to a quarter of the normal weight of an office chair, which is 22 kilos. So it's great for the environment as well. It uses the minimum amount of materials. Mark I Friedman chair won the International Invention of the Year at the World Invention Show in 2011. The Mark II was up for a major design award. And the Mark III is ready for you. It's the one which we think is going to change the way that people sit in the office. Now to do that, we need your help, Kickstarter. We need £175,000 to go into production. We have our factories all ready to go. We know the price of everything down to the last screw. Your support will help us produce a revolutionary chair. We challenge conventional assumptions. We want to do something different. With your help, we can bring this out to the market, and with your help, maybe we can change the way the world sits.
So that was the pretty much chair, guys. So it's a very, very interesting one, guys. I did not think too much of it, to be honest with you guys. So I'm giving you guys a little brief down of this chair. It was weird. So the conversations that pretty much came through with me and the person who lived at that house basically said this was his son's. He bought it, but then obviously it's been sitting here. He doesn't use it. He doesn't want it anymore, so he's giving it away. So I did a bit of research on it, and like I said, it is an ergonomic chair made for people working from home in the office sort of space. But what I was looking at was actually this. This Simon Friedman chair is number 10001. So this is the very first one that was made in production, and this person had bought it. So the quick backstory basically on this, guys, is this person, this osteo or orthopedic person, basically made this chair in the hopes of obviously selling it to obviously people and getting them have better back structure, as you guys would have seen. So he's made a Kickstarter and basically brought out and showed, you know, guys, we need some funding to get this started, to make this happening, and he was looking for about $175,000 pounds to get this product started, because obviously he's in the UK, and he got that. So besides that, guys, he had a backing of actually surpassing and almost doubling the amount of Kickstarter funds that he actually got, and it actually went into production. So he actually ended up on £340,000, which is huge, and ended up getting 1,000 backers for this as well. So long story short, if you guys don't know much about Kickstarter, you got an invention, you want to make it, you've got everything in the lines, but you just need funds, and then they can get started. Basically, that's what happened. But I did a bit of researching and I dug into it a little bit, and it seemed like everything got pulled off of the shelves. So everything that, you know, he sort of worked for and that wanted to make, it all sort of went south, to be honest with you guys. So what basically happened was I did a bit of research. There isn't much out there at the moment. In terms of obviously the production price, I'll put up a little screenshot here to show you guys. The retail price that he ended up putting this down, it worked out to be, what, £799, which is about $1,100. and initial Kickstarter prices worked out to be about £480, which is about $750 US. And obviously, what basically happened was that in terms of productions, things went sort of south, and the people who pretty much paid money to obviously help him fund the project, they didn't get their return. Either one, they didn't get their money's worth, or two, they never got the product that they really wanted to. And there have been a couple of threads which I had a look at, but I can't find those threads anymore. So I think people have sort of left it and put it away because he just stopped doing it. So either one, the production team didn't, fulfill their side of things, or two, he never ended up selling those chairs to those people who had backed him. But I remember having a read, there was a big community where people were saying, you guys are putting money in as an investment. You guys weren't actually buying the chairs. You were actually just putting money in just for the sake of obviously helping the project get started and hoping to get something in return. But there's a lot to it. But long story short, guys, I got this for free. Literally for free, just by saying yes to someone basically saying, I don't want this chair anymore. So where does this currently stand? So as I mentioned, guys, this was going to be about £799, so £799, about $1,000 or more in this current market. So this chair might actually be worth quite some money. So it honestly could make me about $1,000 or so, if not more, because it is something that seems to be discontinued. And don't forget, if you can ever find anything that is number one of something, it can have some value in that as well, guys. So look, I'm gonna leave the video at that, guys. So who knows where this is gonna go? I don't know where I'm gonna post it up at what time, but I could be potentially sitting on $1,000 from nothing. So in terms of the delivery as well, guys, I made roughly about $80 to $90 delivering 2 TVs and also the table as well, guys. So that's $90 there. And obviously getting this chair was huge. That's potentially another $1,000. So guys, I made a huge potential investment here, guys. And hopefully it pays off in the long run. So I'm gonna eventually do some research, put it up at some point. But hey, money's money. You gotta do what you gotta do to make this profit. So guys, thank you for watching. This is Mike from Mike's Money Moves. If you haven't watched the channel before, we like to talk about making money and about saving money. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.